you just saw is what we call sled dogs. I'll get into why we came up with this later, but what Kerry did was he ran pulling two 53-pound kettlebells behind him, but he had the instability of the rope in front of him, similar to pushing a sled for football drills to simulate pushing a guy on the line, either blocking or pushing. We call this walk the dogs. He's going to walk them back to a starting position. And he's making this look very, very easy. Like not. He'll drop him. He's going to come back to the middle of that rope. He's going to sit down. He's going to now pull. Sits right in between it, just like that, so it doesn't get tangled up in it. And he's going to either pull this with, he'll do a two-handed pull. So he's going to row, pull. You come back, he squeezes the shoulder blades together, pulls and squeezes. He's not leaning back too far. He's got more of a pull with his scapula than he does with leaning back and just dragging the bells back. And then he'll come back and then once again do the sled. And this time, Kerry, let's show them how if you went a little bit slow for this, let's say those were loaded up to 150 pounds apiece. Yep. Then what it will look like. So if you're working with a defensive lineman, what would it look like now if he's got 150, 200 pounds on each side and really driving into the ground for power rather than speed? There you go. So there you go, look at that. Now again, he's making this look easy. His body is constantly compensating left side, right side. You can almost see it. I mean, he's a big guy to be pulling just 106 pounds. Amazing, amazing difference between that and pushing a sled. We've got 3 or 4 NFL teams right now that are doing this right now for off-season training. Phenomenal. So if Kerry were doing these 3 drills, which would take him less than a minute, I could be doing a barbell get up, sit up, and then we'd switch. And then every time we switch, I change the push, 1 hand, 2 hands, maneuvering left side, right side, taking different steps. We can go lateral, forward. Kerry, what do you think about that for the sled, for the drags? Especially the pushes, to me, that's just magic. Yep. That's something that we don't do. As human beings, we don't do it. It forces that posterior chain power. The instability that it creates in your core how else would you get it? I mean, right. But you play pro ball. I mean, how is that going to affect these guys?
No, I love it. I somehow I'm going to get this involved with my high school players even further, but constantly adjusting is good with your hands. You have to be in the right position to get that stuff to move.
Now, you've made it look easy. I was trying to explain to these guys what happens if you shifted just ever so slightly, an inch too high or an inch too low.
Then you're stuck in the ground. And with football or any sport, it's staying low. You have to stay low in a good position in order for that to move. If you're a sprinter, someone who likes to run, that also teaches you the proper position to come out of starting blocks, your drive out of your blocks. I mean, you name it. That one simple move of pushing it does it for you.
We're going to do we'll just do a one-arm pull. So you pull the right side and then pull the left side. And guys, the variations on this are absolutely endless. He's pulling right side, then he pulls left, and then he pulls right. So rather than go hand over hand, he gets that unilateral movement. Just very, very functional, unique ways to use the ropes, get outside with your clients. Again, I keep mentioning players, but clients love this. We talk about football because we both work. Kerry's obviously been a pro player. We both work with professional athletes in the NFL. So it's easy for us to identify, but this works. Well, you mentioned it. Track, nice for sprinters. It's going to work for lacrosse, soccer, baseball. We've got professional or ex-professional baseball players working out at Kerry's gym as clients of his. I mean, there's not a sport that wouldn't help. So let's go through some of these drills. When you guys swing this, watch this. He's got the bell on his left side. The rope is extended way over to the left, so there's no interference within his body. You don't want this to get wrapped around yourself, right? Ready? On the third one, he's going to let it go. Look at that, beautiful. So now let's say he does that down the length of the field or the length of the rope. Again, whatever the challenge is for that client or player. Let's set this up. Let's do that squat and toss. And just hold the bell up. These are fun. So what we're going to do is he's going to grab a bell by the sphere. He's going to do, and again, your choice. 1 squat, 2, 3. Let's do it with 2 to build a little momentum for this. So Kerry, just squat 1 squat, 2 squats. On the second squat, really explode out of it and push that bell off your chest. Look at that. Now that's 53 pounds. We showed you that hand over hand seated drag. Let's show you something a little different. Let's try that lateral seated drag when you sit to the one side of the rope. And this is beautiful to see from the back. Watch. So he's going to pull with his left hand first. He's going to grab the rope with his left hand, keep his right hand off his body, and open up and throw the rope to the other side. Look at that. Amazing. I mean, you explain what you just felt.
All in here, you have to stabilize to stay up to pull it. Just the strength and the torque to be able to really explode. And obviously, it takes more effort because I have no base underneath me, sitting on my behind. So the strength that I have to create to really, I mean, listen, I'm out of breath.
Just like a renegade row, push-up position. Keeping his back nice and flat. Look at that. Amazing how people don't have the coordination to roll over. So things like this, just grab it with 2 hands. Roll. So you bring it over your left side, and he's gonna bring it over the right side. Look at that, amazing exercise. I've got 70-year-old clients dragging bells across a rubber floor, 50 to 80 pounds. So give these things a shot, give us some feedback. You'll get you'll get some of these workouts. You'll at least know what the exercises mean. If you have any questions, email Kerry on the forum. He's a hell of a lot better than I am lately on getting back to people. So someone will get back to you. Right? Good luck with this. Have fun with it.